It's Thursday, the 22nd of September, and you're listening to the GameGrin GrinCast. I'm your host, Hamiltonius, and joining me this evening are Ace.
Hello.
Emsey.
Hello.
And Vod.
Hi.
Miraculously on time.
This week we will be discussing as our main topic choices in video games and whether they really matter since more of them seem to be appearing. But before that, we're going to be jumping, as usual, straight into the news. The first of which is that Elite Dangerous has launched the 2.2 update for its beta. Beta?
Yes, they've entered the beta phase of their 2.2 update, which was expected in May. Been a few delays, but they announced that it was coming in during Gamescom, and then last week said, "Oh, beta's starting next week," and the full thing should be launching in a couple of weeks, middle of October time. It brings in lots of new changes. There's going to be fighter. Certain ships you're going to be able to launch a fighter jet ship thingy to help you in combat. You can control it yourself or let an NPC crew member do it. That's another thing. You can hire crew members. Until now, you've just been on your own, shipping freight from one end of the galaxy to the other. Now you can either have them pilot your ship while you're in a fighter or pilot the fighters. Before you ask, yes, you can leave them floating in space aimlessly whilst you escape. That's the first thing I thought of, and they confirmed it.
Are you gonna be sharing the cockpit with the crew member, or he has a different spaceship? Because I played some Rebel Galaxy, and Alex's recommendation. And if you hire somebody, they go sort of next to you, flying on the ship.
Well, the fighters are actually inside your ship, so I don't know if they join you in the cockpit. Some ships do have multiple seats in the cockpit. Honestly, I don't know if they are in there or if they stay in the ship and like swap out when you go in the fighter. But you can, during a battle, you can swap somehow, controlling one and the other without redocking. I don't quite know how that works. I'm not rich enough to get into the beta, though a couple of our staff members are. As well as fighters, there's a new ship called the Beluga Liner, which it basically looks like a cruise ship, an ocean liner, but built for space. And this is because what?
Sorry, I was gonna ask, because this all sounds pretty awesome, but I know that Everspace released last week, and I was wondering if you think that people are going to just ignore Elite for Everspace, because Everspace looked pretty awesome.
Everspace is more arcadey shooting. Elite Dangerous has its audience.
Yeah.
And the audience grew after No Man's Sky was a complete, mess.
It's surprising. Yeah. Sorry,
no, I don't think that the audience is going to particularly change from the release of Everspace or what was it that came out today? I wrote about it. I've forgotten the name already. Void Destroyer 2. So there's plenty of space games, but I don't think that if people already own the Elite Dangerous Horizons Season Pass, they're going to be getting this update in the middle of October anyway. But back to the ocean liners. They've brought these out because you can now take passengers as well as commodities. They'll have specific wants and desires, such as don't get into combat and don't crash into things. Or some will want you to do flybys of places and almost crash into things because they want an exciting trip. And most interestingly of all, there's been talk for a couple of months now about Thargoids, an alien race being brought into the game. And the patch notes specify that there are biological entities added and mysterious things added. So it looks like aliens are coming.
Is this after the... was it Elite Dangerous where they discovered the crashed alien ship?
That's right.
And everyone got excited.
Crashed alien ship. Sometimes in certain areas of space, you can hear noises that aren't part of the usual background noise. And people have found crashed ships and crashed what appears to be crashed alien ships. And for a while now, there's been on surfaces of planets, there's been these things called barnacles, which that they look like kind of like organic spires, but no one knows what they do. The name barnacles was christened by the fan base rather than by Frontier themselves. They haven't confirmed what it is. It's all part of the meta game.
So basically, to summarise, there's a lot.
Yes.
But so as a player yourself, how does the update affect you? Are you excited, or is it just another run-of-the-mill thing?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. There's lots of minor changes. The warps effect that they use has been updated so that rather than just being random jumble of colours, it shows you like a preview of where you're headed towards, and in theory, it's supposed to get larger as you get closer to it.
I was going to say, it's funny because like these updates that maybe, I don't know, a year ago, I wouldn't have been aware of like the impacts that these updates have on the game. But I started playing Siege, and each update in Siege changed the game radically. And I don't know, it's quite exciting having one update in a multiplayer game that you play often, because it changes, particularly in a game like this that basically is telling you that you're going to have it allows you to be basically crazy taxi again and carry people around that are in need for thrills. You know, just avoiding, just dodging cars and doing jumps. I can see why people are so excited about this.
Well, there's also small things like the aforementioned warp effect, and inside stations have been pretty generic, but now they're jazzing them up. They're adding adverts for products and companies around the place, and plants inside the stations, things like that. Just so it's not as stark and barren as before.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not only like the big implementations that change the game, but also like tweaks here and there. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you've been following the game like this for well, it has been a while now, but for some time, any of these updates, it just gets really, really exciting.
Yeah, that's right. It does. The subreddit's certainly excited about it.
Subreddits will get excited about everything, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they're designed to do.
They're the epitome of fan bases.
Essentially, yeah. Emsey's been rather quiet. Emsey, space.
Yeah. I like Captain Janeway.
Good.
Thank you very much, MC. Thank you very much.
You're
On to the
welcome.
next topic.
Yeah, so with that fantastic input, Battlefield 1 is related
Emsey,
to...
if you're watching Red Dwarf, I'm going to be so angry.
I've never watched. Okay, I've watched one episode of Red Dwarf. Let's not get into that now.
Let's not get
Watch
into
more.
how much of a heathen you are.
We can talk about Red Dwarf because there's a Red Dwarf mobile game released today, so ha.
Okay.
There, we just talked about it.
Oh.
That's all we need to say about it.
Yeah.
Take it as a review. 5 out of 7. Perfect
That's good.
score.
Yes, the next bit of news, Battlefield 1 PC requirements have been revealed. It obviously comes out next month, and if you didn't play the beta, then more fool you. But the long and the short of it is the minimum specs are an AMD FX 6350 or an Intel Core i5 6600K, 8GB of RAM, a Radeon 7850 or a NVIDIA GTX 660 for the GPU. That's the minimum specs, and a hard drive space of 50GB. Now, recommended is for the graphic. I'll just do the graphic cards first. The recommended is a Radeon RX 480 or a NVIDIA GTX 1060. And then same
And an
disk space,
i7.
16GB of RAM. My CPU, an i7 4790, which is absolutely fucking crazy, and an FX 8350 if you've got AMD. But why would you have an AMD? So pretty beefy, considering that my system that is just under the recommended ran it all on Ultra. So, oh.
I was going to say that. I don't really understand. My PC was exactly the same, and I just don't. I like it run everything on Ultra over 60 FPS. So I don't know. They're gonna have to. They're probably adding so much shit we haven't seen yet. Otherwise, I just don't really. Oh, they can be optimized.
I've got to admit I'm looking to upgrade my PC, and I'm looking at a Core i5 6600K as what I'm upgrading to. So does that mean that I'm upgrading to something that AAA games are not going to run on in 6 months?
Pretty much.
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, to be fair, it's rather startling to see an i7 4790 on there, because that's a fairly top of the line processor.
Yeah, but that's to play it super awesome. That's what they want you to play it at, so it looks great.
No, that's recommended. That's not ultra settings.
No, but obviously they're going to have the recommended specs as what they think that you should have, so that it looks really good.
Yeah,
they're not going to be
which I assume
16
is
gig of
over
RAM as
60
well.
FPS.
Yeah, 16 gig of RAM is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I assume that those specs are to
Also,
run it
you have
on,
to have Windows 10.
Yeah, well, duh.
No.
I met, talking about Windows 10,
Well,
I met
that doesn't
the other
make any
day.
sense.
I
No.
met a gamer the other
I've
day
barely
that was
spoken,
running
so
Vista.
I would like to speak now.
Okay, you go.
Okay, well, that doesn't make sense. How come the min specs you can play on Windows 7, but recommended specs is Windows 10? What difference does it make, guys? What the fuck?
If anything, Windows 10's been reported as worse for gaming. So
Thank you.
Has it really?
people have been complaining about it because of its
You can talk now, Vod.
it hogs resources, etc., etc.
I was gonna say.
I want to talk now.
Well, you always do this. You are so mean. Every single podcast we have this thing. No, I was just gonna say that. If you want to run it at I don't know 80 frames per second and everything at ultra and I don't know, probably over 1080p. That is the recommended. I want to believe, because otherwise I don't know. I'm just really baffled. That's all I want to say. Now it's so anticlimactic that I feel very disappointed with what I wanted to say. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Cool.
Great.
fantastic.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Moving on. No, sorry.
those I'm still confused by those specs, to be honest. I mean, I get Emsey's point about it being trying to get people to beef up their computers to play it on Ultra, but they're fair. I mean, I seem to remember having it all on Ultra in the beta, and I didn't think that they could really add much more to it. I mean, it looked great. I don't know what they're adding to it. But yeah, 16 gig of RAM is absolutely... There's no need for 16 gig of RAM just to play a video game.
Should I be looking to get an i7 if I want the minimum specs to play Battlefield 2?
Yeah. Well,
the next one.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
God's sake.
Do you like
I mean, 8 years to upgrade this.
That's the way. That's how it goes. You upgrade a component, and then there's something else in your computer that needs upgrading. That's just how it goes. Unless you buy everything as a bundle. But, I mean...
Well, I wouldn't believe that Battlefield 2 will come out in, like, I don't know, 4 years? Something like that. So you've got time.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Depends how much they want to milk Battlefield 1. What was the time frame between 3 and 4?
That was like 3 years. The thing is that the DLC cycle lasts 2 years usually, and I don't know. This one is. I think this one is. I mean, look at the likes for the YouTube trailer. It's larger than Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, and I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they take this game for like, I don't know, 3-4 years.
Well, Hardline came out last March.
We don't really talk about Hardline.
It was a Battlefield
game. Sorry. I'm in a real singing mood today.
Yeah.
We get it, you're in a musical.
Yes, come and see it, guys. In Tamworth, October 25th to the 29th.
What are you doing? You have to pay us now.
Nope.
That's how advertising works.
Right, so
Nope.
Battlefield 4 came out in 2013, October 2013, and Battlefield 3 was 2011. So that was 2 years, and then it's been 3 years. So then it might very well be 4 years.
I don't know. I think Battlefield 4, like many Battlefield players said that Battlefield 4 was rushed. For the first year of Battlefield 4, there were still more people playing Battlefield 3 because Battlefield 4 was just really bad. And I know that there were lots of issues with the netcode. And in general, I just licked my finger. Anyways, I
don't want to know where that's been.
Tomato sauce. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 also had a massive problem with the map design that people have been complaining about. And I know that there are a few... I don't know, everybody that is complaining about Battlefield 1, what they want to see in Battlefield 1 is, first of all, netcode, because the first year of Battlefield 4 it wasn't playable because of the netcode. And then good map design, because same, Battlefield 4 was all vehicle-centered, which meant that...
Oh my god, are you
it's
cooking?
kind of boring. I'm not cooking, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's a jug, and that's a jug, and that's the lid. So, I'm not cooking.
Just in the kitchen with various
Tomatoes
pots and pans.
and jugs.
In the kitchen with VOD.
Someone's in the kitchen with vodka.
Someone's in the kitchen, I know.
You know, I should make a cooking YouTube channel because I'm a great cook.
I would not watch that.
Your kitchen your counters face the opposite way.
No,
though, so
no,
you'll have your back to everyone while
No,
you
he
record.
doesn't
I don't
live
live in
there
that house
anymore.
anymore. I moved out.
Oh, thanks for keeping me in the loop.
Are you serious?
You know, I'm out of the country now. Yeah.
He's in Spain.
You were in England?
Alex. Oh
No,
my
yeah.
god.
I've been very busy. I'm a very busy man.
So now I'm homeless, kind of. Living with my parents, but
So
yeah,
you're in
that's what you
someone
do.
else's kitchen?
That's what, yeah. Well,
You just broke into someone's house?
It's my parents.
Started
Okay.
making some tomato soup, you know.
That's yeah.
Is that how it goes down in Spain? Is it just pure anarchy since the recession?
All right, don't bring your political knowledge into this.
I wish I could say otherwise, but yeah, it's pretty much like that now. So now I'm recording a podcast from somebody else's kitchen because that's what I do now. On to the next news. That's the cue, guys. That's the cue.
Make sure, quick, before the police can get a trace on you. Or Batman.
Oh, do we really need to talk about this? Go on, yeah, whatever.
Was that
Such
a really-
enthusiasm.
Oh,
Was that just a terrible attempt at a segue?
It was.
No, we all like Batman. But we know that the Telltale game about Batman is just beating a dead horse.
Wait.
Sorry,
let me
go on.
do the news first, and then you can
All right.
you can tear it to pieces. So, yeah, the next Telltale Batman episode trailer has dropped for the game, which will release. It's already out. 2 days ago. Yeah.
Say hi to whoever's texting you.
Yeah, got a text while I was talking there. Yeah, I haven't played it. I know Ace played it and Emsey has it, and Vod, obviously, you've got some very strong opinions about it. The last Telltale game I played was a Game of Thrones one, that sort of burnt me out a bit, so I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show at this point.
Right, can I start? I'm going to start anyways. I don't feel strongly about it, but it's the thing about Telltale games that now they're all kind of the same. They're like, oh yeah, whatever, you're bitching at the whole. Same with Game of Thrones. Like, yeah, we all like Game of Thrones, and we kind of like playing, but realistically, it's just sort of like squeezing Game of Thrones until there's no more cash coming out of its ass.
I'm okay with this.
I mean, they're probably alright games, and they're probably enjoyable, but still.
I love Telltale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all you were going to say?
Yeah.
Well, I think that ends
Well,
that.
That destroyed your
discussion.
argument, Vod.
I'm straight to the point today, guys.
Bent.
In all
I like
honesty,
Captain Janeway, and I love Telltale.
in all honesty, and you're outraged that Windows 10 is required to play a game.
I know, that's ridiculous.
But I wasn't too keen on the first episode of Batman: The Telltale series. It had a couple of good moments, but mainly it was all just multiple choice conversations and quick time events. You didn't even get to move around many of the areas like you have in previous games. But apparently the next one's episode 2 is a bit better. There was quite a big choice towards the end of the first episode, so it'll be interesting how that plays out throughout the rest of the season. Because it's a 1 or 0 choice. It's not the same thing would happen if this hadn't happened.
Ooh, choices. What a segue. Okay, we can talk about it, but then somebody has to mention choices again, and then we can segue it into choices. Come on, keep talking.
That's stop taking over, Vod. All right, stop it.
So it'll be interesting how choices play out through this episode and the next episode, which is due for release in October sometime.
Well, we spend our money on Telltale games forever.
How much of a dick Batman can you be?
Excuse me.
I want to watch you stream this now, please.
Not very much of one. You can be a dick Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's so you can be essentially Tony Stark.
Yes.
I know
Tony Stark
exactly.
as Batman.
But what I don't get is before episode 2 came out, you could go to Game and buy Telltale's Batman: The Telltale series off the shelf, which meant that it came with 1 episode because the second episode wasn't out. So you got 1 episode on a disc with 4 more episodes that you're going to have to download. That doesn't make sense to me. Is that a case of you get a code for the season pass in the case, and so it's going to be harder to pre-own it? Hello?
I'm very confused.
There's a physical copy of the digital game.
I can go again and say that it's trying to squeeze money, but I think the argument is becoming a bit repetitive. So I'm gonna let it slide.
After saying it anyway.
Mm.
Has there been too much Batman as
Anyway,
well?
choices.
It's Batman. Batman is so popular now that, like,
Is it though?
well, it is. Yeah, it is.
We all hated
Emsey,
the last Batman film.
well, because it was bad, but then
Signed
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah.
But then we consumed it anyway. It's not about
No,
whether
I
we
don't
like
watch it.
It's not whether we liked the film or not. It's about the fact that we're still going to cinema and paying it. Because I love Batman and I went to cinema and watched it. And then the same with the Arkham series. Last year, was it? Arkham Knight came out and it was a wreck. And then it got released at the beginning of this year again. It was the beginning of this year, I think so, yeah. And that, or the end of last year.
October.
Yeah.
It was so bad that
A
you
year
could
ago.
call it a Carcam crash.
Oh man.
Get
Oh
out.
my god, that was so good.
Well,
Get out.
there was actually a car. It was
Emsey, leave.
no,
The
I like
problem-
it. MC,
You're never
I like
allowed
it.
back.
Don't listen to this dictator.
I'm crying.
The problem is that Batman's the only DC property that they're willing to let be made into a video game for some reason.
It's because it's the only one that whose gameplay would be kind of fun. Because then Spider-Man, I mean, yeah, you've got the old ones, but since the old ones, nobody's really made a actually fun, good Spider-Man game. And then what you want to make a Superman game that
What's
be
the
boring
game where
as
you play a
fuck.
detective?
Sherlock Holmes,
No,
Eleanor.
that's the one. They should do a Rorschach version of that.
Okay,
That would
that's
be
a bit-
amazing.
You're such a nerd, like.
They're never going to make a Watchmen game.
Watchmen dogs.
Watchmen Dogs.
What thing they
They're
should.
never going to make that.
Can you imagine, like,
Thank God.
Dr. Manhattan just walking around being like, boom, boom. He doesn't need technology. He just uses his blue shit.
Didn't
I
we
thought you were
watch-
going to say his blue
Yeah.
penis.
I almost did, I'm not gonna lie.
There's
His
no
blue
movie
dick.
just uses his blue penis.
To be fair, the Manhattan thing is a fairly good analogy for making a Superman game. So why I never bothered buying a Superman game? Why would you want to play as someone who's essentially invincible?
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
it's fun.
It's not, though, is it?
Yes,
Well,
it
it's not.
is.
I mean, if you play GTA, you can get an invincible mod and a flying mod, and then you go play that game like that. Sorted.
Then you
You're
download
fucking
Nine
welcome.
Man skin, and then off you go.
There you go. Sorted.
Okay.
You're
There you
welcome.
go. Easy peasy.
Thank you.
So, in short, there's been too much Batman. And there's been far too many games where you have to make, in air quotes, difficult choices.
Or inconsequential choices, whatever you want to call it.
Well, yeah. Are games filled with too many "your choices matter" moments?
Okay, can I say something? Because I raised this topic and I was thinking, you know when they say like, oh, you can make your own choices, whatever. Ooh, personalized experience. Yeah, whatever. If you look at a game like, I don't know, The Witcher 2, for example, The Witcher 2, about 40% of The Witcher 2 is entirely different place. You have a visit if you make a different choice. So like there's a point where it splits and like 40% of the game or like 50% of the game is different. But then you can just replay the game and then you'll experience the other half. There you go, it's busy. So I was thinking the other day, I was watching a video of a guy playing DayZ. And in DayZ, there were these missions where they had to get loot and whatnot. But basically, when they interacted with the players, I realized that that's when like the choices they make, whether they decide to interact or to kill them or whatever, it would completely change the experience. Because that would mean that they would lose everything, they would have to start again, or they wouldn't. So I thought, you see, that's the ultimate choice. Whether like what you experiencing now, you won't experience it again. Not the same thing, not with the same weapons, not in the same there you go. That's my mini rant, and you can discuss now.
Yeah, I'm having at the minute. I'm currently playing through the Mass Effect trilogy for the 5th or 6th time, and that's a game that sort of gives you an illusion of choice, I think. But I don't think it doesn't make it a massive selling point of the game. I mean, there's like 2 different paths you can take down when you play Mass Effect. You can either be Dick Shepherd or you can be Nice Shepherd. You can't be Neutral Shepherd because you don't get any actual bonuses if you're neutral. And pretty much everything you say in conversation will affect your Paragon or Renegade scores either way. But I think it does quite well in Mass Effect 2, for example, hiding the fact that your decisions do matter. I mean, they throw hints in there. They're just like, make sure your squad is loyal before you do the final mission, or like make sure they're not too distracted or whatever. And then if you go in there,
or actually upgrade your ship before you go into battle.
Yeah, like some people forget. And then some people take on the final mission not without those things, and then they're confronted by the fact that their squad mates have died because they haven't made these proper choices, or they haven't done these missions, which I think is quite nice.
Been there, done that. See, that's pretty cool. But then what I did, because there's a part where one of the members of your crew dies, but I restarted it. Like, when he kills, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I restarted. I was like, hell no, you're not dying, mate. You're not dying on me. And
to be fair, this game came out a while ago, or quite a long time ago.
Yeah. Game has sort of like that. You can just save and be like, no, you're not dying on me. Restart, and then...
Yeah, I restarted. The first time I played Mass Effect 2, in the final mission, everyone survived but Tali. And I was like, fuck's sake, I can't have just one of them dying. So I had to redo the entire thing, essentially. And I was really annoyed. Because I'd missed out by mistake. This is my first ever playthrough. I'd missed out her like loyalty mission by mistake. I just hadn't gone to it. And so and she ended up dying, so I was like, cock. But then went through it again, everyone survived, so happy days. I was actually discussing with Emsey earlier today.
Sorry.
Stop singing.
No.
You cannot press a push to talk button while you sing.
Yes, but then people wouldn't hear me.
I was actually discussing like the consequences of if everyone dies in Mass Effect 2, because a good portion of them come back in 3 as your like squad mates, so if they all died, you just get like 4 people to choose from in the next game.
Who were you discussing that with? They sound like an awesome person.
I said it was you.
Do they all in the next game?
Well, there's like, I know you have the new guy James, who's pretty much just a bland person. Edie the AI. The person who survives out of either Ashley Williams or Caden Alenko. And then Liara Tassoni comes back as well. So that's 4. And then Garrus. And then I think you can get your DLC. You can get the DLC character, the Prothean, and then I think that's about it, really. So like 6, maybe. But but if Garrus is dead, then he's not going to be in there. So. Oh.
So like, if you do, imagine you play Mass Effect. How many characters can you choose from Mass Effect?
Lots.
In 2, I think you can choose from...
No, the first one.
The first one, you can only...
It's 4.
No, there's 5.
In the second one?
About 8 or 9.
Yeah, well, imagine that you're a horror player and you just don't care about people's lives and you get everybody killed. Because that sounds like something I would do for fun. Do I just get less squad mates or just less choice?
I mean, the thing is that like you have to. I think a lot of people will probably play like the Renegade version, expecting everyone to die. But again, if you play as full Renegade, everyone will probably survive anyway because they'll do all their missions. But yeah, if we take this back to the choices thing, that's an example of games that give you a little prod and a poke about what you're doing, and sort of go, hey, you should probably make these guys like you. They don't be like, your choices matter. Everyone's going to die.
There's this really good game where like if you just a tiny what?
It's in Dreamful chapters.
Well, yeah, but that's not the point. So like, spoilers, by the way. There's one like little decision.
Feel free to take your headphones off, everyone listening.
Yeah, because this is a great game. Why are you so mean? Anyway, yeah, like you forget to put this, you steal some mechanics tools, and then if you forget to put them back in, then the guy gets caught, and then so the other person gets tortured, and then you get raided, and all your base dies. Like literally, they all get murdered. It's really brutal.
No.
Like, and that's a completely different gameplay from if you actually remember to put the stuff back. And then, like, you can save them, but if you made a choice that was different, and if you didn't, then that person isn't there and can't heal them. Oh, it's so good.
I think I'm fine with choice being in a game as long as they don't hit you over the head with it. Like when I first played The Walking Dead at the Telltale version, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool that I've got these little visual cues that let me know that, and the person frowns at me and says, oh, they'll remember that. But the thing with the Telltale games, especially, something that I came to resent really, was they would say, oh, they'll remember that. And what they mean by they'll remember that is that in the next game, there'll be like a passing comment. Like, oh, that was momentous.
Yeah, they won't really. It doesn't really change much. Like, you see, that's. Oh, I'm gonna slander Telltale again. It's video, like, choices are inconsequential. Even if you play, I remember Walking Dead. Even if you play two like styles completely different, it's gonna be the same story. Yeah, you might get some different, somebody might be nicer to you than in the other game walkthrough, but still, it's the same story that you can repeat again, and you can. I don't know. Nothing really changes. You might be getting a few lines more, but
Sometimes the choices really don't matter because it'll come up saying, "Oh, so and so remember that," and well, it happens in the first episode of Game of Thrones. 20 seconds later, so and so will remember that. 20 seconds later, he dies.
Maybe they come back as a ghost.
So no, he won't remember.
Remember that now.
He might come back as a white walker.
Yeah, but he didn't in any of the 6 episodes, so maybe in season 2 he'll come back.
And by that
Yeah.
time, you'll have
But
forgotten.
he still remembers that.
You see, that's another thing that bothers me. Season 2, mate, you make 6 games about, like, Game of Thrones. Why do you make a fucking season 2 now? It's the same with Walking Dead. You make 4 games about that you should be one, really. And then you make another season. It's like, mate.
All right, well
Well-
then why don't you go into games development?
Well, maybe I do. No, because I like complaining.
Well,
Come on,
Vod,
we can't
Vod.
start using that argument because then we'll have to use it in every single bloody podcast we do.
Yes,
You
I
can
know.
you can critique something without being, I can call a football a shite without
There's
saying getting on
critiquing
a bit.
something, and then there's VOD.
I think he's bringing
Be
up
fair.
perfectly valid points.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much. I don't know why you're being so aggressive, MC.
Vod.
Because I've not argued with you
Ace,
in a
I
long
want to know what
time.
Ace has to say. Ace,
Vod,
Okay.
Vod.
Ace,
Pay
I'm
attention to
listening.
me. Minecraft, Telltale's Minecraft story mode. It brought out 5 episodes as one season pass, and then it brought out episodes 6, 7, and 8 as another season pass. Sorry, an adventure pass.
Also, wasn't that game
So that's
absolutely
still one
shite?
game. No idea. So that's one game with 2 season passes.
What?
I mean, some flags should rise a little bit here with Telltale, because, like, I don't know. MC, I know you love them, and they make good games.
I love
but,
what?
like, Telltale.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Minecraft was Telltale as well, yeah.
I have that.
Really? Have you played it?
I started to play it, and then Jacob said, no, I don't like it, so I had to turn it off.
Good, Jacob. Good, Jacob.
Yeah, but he says that about everything.
Does he
I
say
highly
about
doubt that.
Dreamfall chapters?
No,
He-
because I don't play it in front of him.
I doubt he says, if he sees a Twix, he says, I hate that. He
He
probably says,
doesn't-
I love that.
He doesn't like sweets.
What?
I know. Or fizzy
Jacob, your
drinks.
child-
That's
Children,
actually very healthy. He likes raw cauliflower.
No, he likes fruit. Anyway, let's stop talking about my child's diet. That's weird.
No, let's continue.
Minecraft.
Have you tried giving him fudge?
I have, and he didn't like that either.
Good, because fudge sucks.
Back
Oh,
to
it
choices.
doesn't. Fudge is the best.
back to
Welcome to
choices.
the GameGrin Fudgecast.
Fudge it up.
I'm gonna go back to choices because I feel like doing it. And because it's a topic in the podcast, it just feels appropriate to talk about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, realistically, any single player game that you can play again. I remember. All right, this is gonna be. I remember when I was in school, so probably like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. There was this
Last
game.
year.
No.
Well, you
No.
graduated this year.
That's not true, but like I graduated from university.
Yeah, he's not American. He doesn't say university is school.
No.
Okay.
MC is not a reliable source for information about anybody's lives. Anyway, so when I was in school, there was this game that there was this mobile game, and you can download it, and I think it was called One Life Only. And it was a very incredibly basic platformer, and it was so easy. But the funny thing is that if you died, if you fell, that's it. You couldn't download the game again and play it. You had to like create a different account or somebody else's phone and play it. That's the thing. You had one life, and that's it. And mate, that's the kind of choices I want to see. It's like, you see, that changes your experience completely. And then I remember that I felt like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds in, but then my friend had been playing for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that's a completely different experience. And he saw things that I never saw, which were like, I don't know, different colors on the buildings and different areas. But you get the point. Isn't that exciting? All right.
Sorry,
it was very exciting for me.
Yeah. Has anyone got any other examples of good choices or bad choices? Let's stop shitting on Telltale for a little bit. Because we do enough of that, really. Anyone?
Life is Strange had a really good storyline, but it was all choices. A lot of them were just a case of, oh, and then you told her to say this, and I don't like that you said that.
I like it when you have game series where your choices follow on into the next game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that as
Mass
well.
Effect.
Like Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Or like
but
Witcher
and Dragon Age.
Yeah, but still, that's kind of the same. That's you can replay again and be like, oh, different choice. Or like even in The Witcher, they ask you to pick how you want to play it.
Yes, you can play it different. Like, for example, when you go to the Fade, you might end up with Alistair and Hawke, and then if you leave, then because you've taken Alistair with you, because he's a Grey Warden, that means that he's not the king, which means that if he slept with Morrigan in the first one, then he meets his son, and you get some really cool dialogue.
The fuck?
I like Morrigan. She was so sassy.
Claudia Black is phenomenal.
Mm.
Oh dear.
But then,
Welcome to the Claudia Black fancast.
Vod will be in his bunk if anyone needs him.
Wrong
Ace,
sci-fi series.
I was going to say, Ace, about Life Strange, I played the first episode. And, I'm very easily annoyed. You probably know by now.
No!
Things just annoy me way too easily. So, you remember the part, well, everybody should know by now, because it's like 5 minutes into the game, and it's for free, so it's not really a spoiler. So you go into the bathroom, the girl, and you go to the girl's bathroom, and then a guy comes in, and then you hide, and then he starts arguing with another girl, and then he pulls out a gun. But then there's a point where you can tell the principal of the school, and I went and tell him, and I was like, mate, this guy's got a gun. And the principal was just like, no, probably no, you're probably dreaming, just go away. Stop pestering, kid. And I was like, that's not procedure. Like, doesn't really matter how corrupt it is. Like, if there's a gun in the school, you would do something. I don't know, maybe in particularly that school, that was a pretty posh school. You know what I mean? So I was this is bullshit, and I flipped to the table, and I left it.
Well, the game takes place in 2008, so gun laws were not as strict as they are. Oh wait, no, they're still not very strict in America.
Oh, politics.
I don't know. It's because I'm a European and I like living in a safe country where you see a gun in public, you're like, hey, this guy's got a gun. But like, I don't know. Just brush it off like it's nothing. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so it's a quirky game design where, unfortunately, trying to create these tailored experiences, the developers can't exactly make something for everyone. So, despite it's like point and click adventure games in a way where you've come up with a perfectly logical solution to the puzzle, but it wasn't programmed that way, so you can't progress. So it's that way with these choose your own adventure where, like, you know, your choices matter. You can go, oh, this works, this will solve it, and they're like, no, this isn't the specific way we wanted you to tackle this problem, so fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really frustrating because, like, and also like, why do they even give you the choice of telling him at all if it's not going to change anything? It's just going to brush it off. Well, probably something else happens after, but I don't really care. I wanted the guy gone.
It does play into the next episode, but it's more of a he's either pissed at you for this or he's pissed at you because you told about the gun.
Oh, so just he's pissed at you anyway.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick.
He sounds like a drama queen to me. But yeah.
So, just Mass Effect's really good. Bye.
Yeah, well,
that's what this is turning into, and I'm quite happy for it to turn into that.
I wanted
No,
to.
Alex.
No.
Yeah, I know that you wanted since you brought up Mass Effect several times now. I think we've all got the hint.
It's really good, guys.
But I think that I wanted to discuss, like, we kind of did, in all fairness, but like, it's about how, like, in a single player game where you can, like, any kind of choice that you make, it might change things here and there, but realistically, or like it may change the path to get to the ending, or even, you know, the ending kind of barely, but like, it's something that you can play again and you can experience again. It's not something that leaves anything out, and it's something that it may leave something out, but for the next 8 hours instead of forever, because you can play it again and you can reload the save. And I'm probably not the only one that when I play a game, I remember when I played Bioshock, for example, there are 3 different endings. I got one ending and I was like, okay, I could have done things differently. It wouldn't change much, it wouldn't change the ending. So let's go into YouTube and watch the other 2 endings. And I watched them, and realistically, it didn't change anything for me. They can say that there's a lot of choice there and whatever, but it didn't. There still was there. I can still see how things would have turned out. So I experienced that in a way. But again, I go back to DayZ and games like that where things happen in you know, in the moment, and well, it's gone.
Okay, how about this? I've as you were saying that, I've remembered a game on the original Xbox called Steel Battalion. It was a mech game. It came with this really huge 2-joystick controller, loads of buttons all over it, pedals and bloody everything. It was really expensive. It was by Capcom. And as you were playing, if you had to go away, you could save. But if you didn't eject out of the mech when it was about to be destroyed, you die and your save data would be deleted.
Cool. Now we're talking. That's pretty cool.
That would piss me off so much.
Me too.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's very annoying, but it's pretty cool.
There's another game that came out today that has got like permanent choices in it. And that's on Pottermore, because on Pottermore you can go and choose your Patronus, and the questions are timed. What? The questions are timed, and once you've chosen them, you can't choose a different one, and you find out what your Patronus is. And I am a done mare. Yeah, just saying.
But you can create
what
a
is
different
this
account.
Pottermore.
My Patronus is a
it's
sad
the internet on the phone on the.
That's the website.
A web browser.
It's a website.
Right, so just use a different website. Just to use a different browser
No,
or
you
go
have to log in.
incognito
You
or
have to log into your account.
Well,
Make
you can
another
create a
account.
different
Ace, don't fucking ruin this for me. Okay?
Let her
I
pump
found
more
out my
money into J.K.
Patronus,
Rowling's bank
and
account.
I'm very excited.
You're just happy you're not a beagle.
I would have taken Beagle. I would have preferred Penguin, but you know, you win some, you lose some.
There's one that I wanted to talk about, which is I think is pretty cool. In Hitman, we probably come on, laugh. All right, Hitman, yeah. Human experience with Hitman, whatever.
Make fun of the foreigner.
Yeah, go on.
I love you so much.
Sorry, just a blink just appeared on my face. Anyways, Hitman, it's got the elusive targets that are only on for about 2 or 3 days. And then you go on. Can you stop sending links, please, or whatever?
Stop typing in the chat, Emsey.
Anyway, so distracting. It's so distracting. How? And also, because I have the voice for some reason. Anyway, you can edit all this out.
Oh yeah,
Alex.
cheers.
Just put a mark. What the time? Yeah. So it's got the list of targets are on. You have one special target on for 2 or 3 days in a map, and you can try to kill it. But if you get killed during the mission, you can't try it again. So that's you have sort of one try, and if you fail, that's it. It's gone.
Oh, the limited time targets.
Yeah, those. Yeah, they're called elusive targets.
That's it.
Please,
Yeah.
Ace.
Sorry, I don't play
I'm
games where
kidding.
you kill people. Yeah, it's apart from all the violent games I play.
No, but yeah, I think that is pretty cool. And there's been a lot of talk about whether when they repack it after the end of the season, they're going to include the elusive targets for everyone to play. But then, what would be the point of the elusive targets? You know what I mean? The point is that it's only one try, and that's not the game itself. It's sort of like an add-on that comes if you buy it in time, which I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's penalising people who didn't buy it on launch. They've missed out on 4 or 5 targets now.
Yeah, tough. Sucks to be them. But
waiting for your
Sucks to
birthday,
be
fuck
me.
you.
Sucks to be me.
But for people that knew, well, because in my case, for example, I missed the first elusive target, and then as I knew that it was going to be something like that, I really didn't want to miss it out. So I saved and I didn't buy games for 2 months, and I was like, all right, I'm going to buy it. And I bought it for £40, whatever. The issue, yeah, it penalizes people, but it's also part of the, it's also kind of the point. I've been talking a lot today, guys.
Yes,
I'm making up for all the podcasts that I missed.
that's why I've been arguing with you so much.
Yeah, that's the reason. So, to summarise, we want a game that gives you choices but doesn't hit you over the head with them. Gives you choices that have lasting consequences and meaningful consequences. And also that principals should take gun crime more seriously.
Yes, that is.
Good
I
luck,
think that's a very
programmers.
important. Yeah, if there's something we take out from these podcasts, is that people should crack down on gun laws very toughly. But yeah,
Yeah, more
Yeah,
video
especially
game,
those elusive targets.
more
Mm.
video game principles need.
video games. That's fine. If video games condone violence, that's kind of fine.
Video games are fine. VOD 2016.
2015?
2016.
It's-
Mate, wash your ears.
You
I heard
definitely
15.
Said, yeah, he definitely said 2015.
Hey, you said 16. I heard it. I had it. They had it.
Lies.
I've got it on record, guys. So we'll find out.
Okay, I want to find out.
This will
Don't
be
re-record it.
exceptionally interesting for those listening. Did I say it, guys? Comment in the comments. Let me know whether I was fine and everyone else was just being mean.
Don't comment in the
not
comments.
everybody.
Comment on Twitter.
I was defending you.
Stop dropping
No,
cutlery.
stop.
Sorry.
Stop robbing this poor person's house.
Not the silverware.
I know that Madrid's turned into Mad Max, but there's no need to do it during the podcast. Just wild bulls running through the streets, smashing china shops all over the place, and Vod jumping through people's gardens to steal cutlery and record podcasts.
You know, if that England, it'd be like rolling cheeses all over the street, just pursuing people.
I do like cheese.
I thought you said Jesus. just rolling Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, not that religious.
Well, Jesus was British.
No, like, you know, the rolling cheeses. You know, I did see an episode of Modern Family where, you know, Gloria says baby Jesus, but they think it's baby Jesus. Anyway, yeah, go on. It's just typical Spanish-speaking people. Go on.
No, you tell us more about this poor family you're robbing.
No, also we can wrap it up already, because I feel that I'm being bullied. So I want to go.
Aww.
That's pretty
At
much
least
the point
I
of the
knew that
podcast.
you lived in Spain.
Yeah. I was defending you as well. I was defending your 2016.
And wow, I just see an opportunity and I take it. And you're a person of no fixed address, so you're easy to target.
Should have make it more difficult to
You
target.
can come and live on my sofa, Vod. That's fine.
Aww.
And then you can download Rainbow Six Siege onto my computer and play it while I'm at work.
What? Mate, if that's not love, I don't know what it is.
I'm so pissed right now.
That's because
Fuck you guys with your happiness.
You're just jealous. You're not
I
pissed,
am.
you're jealous.
I'm super jelly.
Ace can come too.
Alex, you're so mean.
Yeah. I've just I mean, we haven't got much time left, but I just want to throw way back to the Battlefield 1 story. 50 gig has anyone got a game that takes up more space than 50 gig? I know.
GTA 5.
Does it take
World
up
of
more than 50
Warcraft?
gig? World of Warcraft
60?
takes up more than 50 gig.
What?
Pretty sure.
It feels so like low polygons. It's like
Fuck off.
It does look shit though.
No, it doesn't.
Elite Dangerous is about 20 gig.
I know that Star Citizen is between 60 and 70. But and Assassin's Creed London was 62, 64, I think.
London. I like that. Assassin's Creed London.
Okay, no, World of Warcraft is 32 gig.
That's still far too much.
Also for yeah,
50 gig.
GTA 5 is 65.
Oh. Well now. Well, I suppose you can see that because it's got a massive open world with loads of shit to do. But I suppose DICE have got to install their crappy Battle.net thingy onto your computer and let that mess
Is
around with
Battlefield 1 not an open world game?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It is actually open world. You can take quests out at trenches around the Somme, which involve standing up and being shot, essentially, or being gassed, or
Dragon
getting
Age
carbon monoxide
Inquisition is
poisoning.
34 gig.
I should probably uninstall that.
Yeah, and The Witcher is 40. No, but anyways, it's 50 gigabytes, and then the DLC is going to be another like 20 or 30.
Worth it for those sweet Battlefield tanks.
Sweet Battlefield dank memes. That's what I care about. Memes.
Just
I've
people
got too
typing
many
Harambe into the
games.
chat all the time.
Don't you feel like shit sometimes when you're on Facebook and you see like a gaming meme and you're like, I have no idea what that is about, like...
No,
Literally.
because Alex has sent me every gaming meme ever.
You get every
It's
gaming
not true.
meme ever.
From
I
Alex, yes.
I understand everything about every game ever.
But like, I don't know, I feel kind of shit because it's like... Also, when it doesn't say what game it's about, it's like, I don't know, this is kind of popular. It should be what it's about. I don't know. I read about video games. That should be a thing. I don't know. It's just
Memes
what
are
keeps me
everywhere.
awake at night, you know?
There are financial technology memes. You don't want to go down that road.
No, I'm okay.
Memes are too mainstream now. We need something new. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
I thought GIFs replaced memes.
No, GIFs. No, I don't think so. GIFs were before memes, and as my massive GIF folder can tell you on my computer.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's not about when they came, but rather which demographics
That's what she said.
used it.
It's descended into
In what
anarchy.
situation? Can you please describe
This
the situation?
podcast has descended into anarchy.
Can you please describe the situation in which she said that?
No.
No, don't. Please don't.
No, I really want to know because I don't think that's a viable one.
No.
Vod, if you're not
Okay.
careful, he's just going to edit everything out of this. It's going to be hello, welcome to the podcast, and goodbye.
Which is pretty much if you edit it.
I want everyone who's made it to the end of this podcast, and good job if you have. Post your favorite gaming meme in the comments, or tweet us your favorite gaming meme, and we'll be sure to reply and pretend that we found it hilarious.
And come and see my show.
And if there's not many of you, I'll send you a free game. If there's not many of you, if it's a lot, probably not.
So yeah, if there's too many of you, if there's one of you, he won't send you a game. So good. We're done. Bye. No.
Nice work, Alex.
Good stuff. That is the end of this week's podcast.
Wait, Alex. Can I
it's not. It's apparently not.
Can I wrap it up?
You want to wrap it up? Yeah,
please.
Oh,
go.
what?
Go ahead.
I'm never allowed to wrap it up.
Oh, for God's sake. You can do it next week because I'm not here.
Okay. Oh.
Well, this is the end of this podcast. Thank you very much, everybody, for making it to here. If you want more of our content, you can go to www.GameGrin.com to read all of our articles. You can visit our sister magazine, Game On, where we all write, and you can find all of our articles there. Just type Game On Magazine and you'll find us there. You can also find us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. Just type GameGrin and you'll find us. It's easy peasy. And on Twitch, we sometimes Twitch. I don't think we Twitch that much lately, but I don't know, maybe you'll be surprised. And I think I'm doing great. What do you think, Alex?
I missed out the GrinCast Twitter
channel.
Oh, the GrinCast Twitter. Damn it. GrinCast Twitter. There you go. That's it. Just type GrinCast. Add GrinCast. Sorted.
and the Discord.
And the Discord. Yeah, we have a Discord. Oh, Jesus, so many things. We have a Discord as well. It's just GameGrin. I don't know how to get to Discord. You probably know if you use Discord, but because I don't. But if you if you're interested, it's because you use Discord and because you can join us, talk with us, ask anything. Write down a comment if you have any questions of why I'm talking so much this podcast. I can explain it. But until next time, game on.
You just wanted to say game on, didn't you?
I think I fucking nailed it.